All jokes aside, people need to reprogram. It's time that people decolonize, de-imperialize. It's time that people see those who are actually ratchet and are ratchet and backwards, nasty and evil till this day. People who still embrace white supremacy, covertly, overtly. People who try to still pass laws to indoctrinate children into it. People who are still to this day trying to enforce and inform future generations of plantation ethic. People who are still trying to de-educate children, to put them in a servile, subservient, and oppressible position. Those people are ratchet. It is time that we all begin to look at each other and see that we are not so different. We of the oppressed classes need to begin to look at each other as the majority that we are and the superpower that the 1% fear us to be, because they are the minority. POC, persons of color all around the world, you are the global majority. You who do not suffer from an evolutionary disadvantage, which can cause you to be murked and burnt by the sun. You are the majority. Now it's time that we look at each other with forgiveness and the expectation that we move forward in love and care and not in shame. Because people who have set to divide us all, who have set us at each other's throats, whether you are LGBTQIA against the non-LGBTs, the cisgendered folk, those who are clear people and European Americans, and Europeans against the non-European American. Let all that mess go. It is time that we look at our true enemy. And we need to look at the enemies who seek to divide us. We need to pull ourselves up, poke our heads out of our foxholes into which we have sunk ourselves and are throwing daggers at each other over the internet, growing more divided each day. And we need to pick up our dukes and fight the real villains of our time. That capitalism that you've been taught to adore and love and to worship is killing you. It is making you miserable. Everyone has been taught that if we just play along, that if we are good capitalists and that we uphold the system, we will one day benefit. This is a lie. Very few are benefiting and can benefit from capitalism to the extent that the 1% has. Yet we all seem to think we're one day millionaires, we'll one day be a billionaire, but you cannot do it by engaging in the system. You have to learn how to play the system from the millionaire and the billionaire's perspective. You have to learn how to pervert, subvert. You have to learn how to play the game the way they do. And yes, that's one way out of it, into a better place for you and your family. It is time that we overturn the system and we erect a more equitable society. When we all cross the finish line together, we can all share the prize. This whole kill, steal, and destroy for the purpose of being the one at the top is crazy. This is not how humanity survives what's coming. This is not how we move on and create better and healthier societies and world. What this is, and where we're at, is going to cause the world to burn. People actually live in the excitement for a race war that might pop off because they are dumb enough to not be focused enough on what happened to the hundreds of thousands of souls and all those who went unaccounted for during the Civil War. They literally think that kind of a war would be the best path forward. Do you know where your job's going to go and corporations are going to go? They're going to leave. They're going to be willing to sell you the products they can get through the blockades at a very high price. Many will starve and many will die, and a lot of y'all's lives are going to end in injustice. Cut the crap. Love and a healthy and complete intolerance of the intolerant is the only path forward.